can you hear the music? I cannot hear the music. Yeah, let me check my so I'm live stream. Right. So okay. The music is going on. I can hear it. Okay, cool. Okay. Yeah, again, everyone. I think we have a couple of folks in the room now, so we can get started. Uh, yeah, okay. Hmm, let me see what do we start from? 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 All right, Jim, everyone, if you can hear me, just comment to my something. Cipher, zero code, during. Yeah, Jim. All right, cool. Let's see. So let's see. Uh, okay. So let's get started. Let's get started. Welcome to Backstage Cipher Records Tech Review. I think some dropped off. Okay, so let's just see. Let's get started. Welcome everyone to this Q&A session with let me put the link to the stream in the chats. So yeah, I'm sure a couple of you guys have questions for the course that you're doing. So who's in Turbine, who's in Aki, what course are you guys doing? Can you just open your mic and introduce yourself? I think I have to point of almost. Yeah, tech with Joey. So what course are you doing?
All right, Jim. I'm in pre-builders, structured pre-builders. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So we are currently in week 3. Yeah, week 3. So that's what we are working on. I think NFTs and Anchor Votes program. So yeah, I think finish like SPL token like week 2. So yeah.
Okay, cool. That makes sense. Yeah, that's Turbine folks, right? Cool. Nice to have you backstage. How about Cypher?
Jam, everyone. I'm in the builder's code also.
Give me a minute. I cannot wait. Sorry, 1 minute. I think something on my feedback, my speaker is bad or something. Okay, something on my feedback. That's how I was able to hear. Oh, I see. I think I know. Yeah. We're good to go now. Can you come again? This effort. Yeah, Cypher, you can go now. I fixed my mic. I fixed my headset. Rather. Can you go? Or if Idoro Codes wants to go now, yeah, you can.
GM, I'm in the records. And I'm in Turbine Builder Squad.
Yeah, the big boys in top end. Cool. Nice to have you backstage. How about Beat Cypher?
All right, GM, everyone. It's like, I'm in the builder's code also. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. Can I? Welcome to the Anchor Founder. Let's see how we can get started. Let's start off on the soft landing notes. With the pre-builders. Start with pre-builders content first, then we move on to builders. Right. So, like we're doing, is there you have questions set for us? What topics do you find difficult, not difficult, but maybe tricky to understand? And you like to just talk about it over the call?
Okay, I think, I think the whole minting stuff was actually like a big problem. Differentiating between calling address and account, and then calling account and address, especially when you're creating, you're actually like initializing probably any of the files, right? And it creates an address, and then in that address you now have an account. The whole how do I explain? Okay, the whole because they said this account is different from an address, right? So that whole stuff kind of like shakes me a bit, like SLP, SPL token when we started. But that's by the way. The next one is votes, right? The votes it's kind of a little bit complicating. So I don't know, probably we could talk on the votes aspect.
Okay, awesome. So the first one is an address and an account, and the second one was votes. Okay, an address is the identifier for an account. That's just the way it is. That's the simplest way to put it. An address is the pointer that those base 58 strings, B557, so whatever address, it's the address you copy for an account. So the address is the string, base 58 string of an account. So if you want to send you some SOL or USDC, and I ask you for your address, you give me the address of your account, of maybe your token account, maybe your just leave that. Maybe your token account, but I want to send you some tokens, right? So yeah, that's the difference between an address and an account. So yeah. The second question was vault. Vault is just a fancy name for, how do I put it, a container. So if you say your token account is basically your vault, that's what vault means. Vault is just where you store in this case, store tokens. If I want to send you, I want to send you USDC now, it goes into your token account. So your token account is the vault for receiving that particular token. Then there can be an authority over the vault, which is your wallet. The way Solana works is like, I think, let me show, have an escalator for that. That we did a while ago, one of the episodes. Escalator. You can still hear me. Okay. I think my internet restarted or something. Alright, so let me show. I was trying to show. Yes, I have this now. Let me share my screen. Yeah, you can see my screen. Is it up now? I think it's up now. Do I hide? Let me hide my. If I hide myself, then be able to hide camera keyboard. Yeah. Yeah, good. So now we have. Let me stop presenting this one. Move this presentation. Okay, cool. So this is basically what a vault is. This is a vault. So a vault, like I said, a vault is where a user can store collectibles, assets, whatever. So a vault is like a container that holds one type of thing. Can only hold a particular type of thing. So for every token, a new vault is created. So every token, a new associated token account is created. So that's the meaning of the vault. The vault is just where things are stored. Like for Alice now, Alice can receive USDC because there's a vault for USDC. Alice can receive Shiba because there's a vault for Shiba tokens. So that's just the difference. That's the meaning of a vault. And you can programmatically create this vault inside a smart contract, inside a program. It can be automatically created for you when someone is sending some tokens to you. If you do not have the vault for that specific token, and a certain token account gets created for you, right? So this is how it works. Yeah. Okay. So, and for the vault to be created, we need to have one particular thing that vault is pointing to. So there should be like an anchor. It should be an anchor to bring, to point to the owner of this vault, right? There should be something that's pointing to the owner, but it needs to be unique. So, and these things are called seeds. So that's what we use to create the vaults. So for a typical associated token account, the seeds are the wallet address of the owner, the token program ID, and the mint address. That's the token address that you want to receive. So those three things are completed to create a new account for that token. So that's the vault for that token. That's basically how it works, right? So I hope that I explained what a vault is. So were you asking how to implement it in Anchor, or were you asking of the meaning of the vault?
So basically I wanted to like how it works, like the entire flow. So that probably when I get when I go back to continue hard challenges, I could understand to go ahead and continue. So I think it makes sense.
Okay, cool. So that's basically what a vault is. And if we do an example, we will do an example and we'll talk about the vault inside the example. So cool. I think that's. If you have any other questions, you can circle back to that. But I'm going to be writing some code also on this live stream. So let's get to bits of video codes questions from the builder side.
Okay. So basically, for this vote, I want to understand something. You're saying a vote is basically where we store tokens.
Yes,
Then,
yes.
so that means everything that pertains to votes is just the token. So the aspect of implementing is we trying to create our own token. So what happens if I'm trying to create my own custom token and I'm trying to
Mm,
send you that?
yeah,
I want to
I
send
you
another
said
user to.
you said creating a vault is creating a token. No, it's not creating a token. It is creating a container for where the token will live. That's basically what it is. That's what the vault is. Yeah. I just wanted to clarify on that question. You can continue.
Alright, so I wanted to ask is so me as a I create a vault, I create my own custom token, whatever.
I I lost you there. I was trying to swap tabs. You said when you create the token, when you create the vault, are you creating a token for it? Or what was the question? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Oh, I think your mic is off. If you're still speaking, your mic is off. Mm, yeah, I can't hear you. I think your mic is open, but I cannot hear you. Maybe. So just let us know when you're back. And okay, Idoro codes about you. Any questions on the parts of yeah, I think so is internet. Idoro codes about you. Questions.
I don't really have any questions like that. I just ask if there is a documentation for Metaplace Core, that library for interacting with NFTs. Is there a documentation or something that I can read about it?
There definitely is
The one I'm seeing is
Metaplex.
for JavaScript and TypeScript. I'm not seeing the Rust version.
Yeah, let me show. I'm sharing my screen now. Let me
Yeah.
show. Yes, this is core. This page here, core. Let me bump up the screen a bit. So Metaplex core. That's just what it does. So if you want to see how to work with it, I think now you can see it by the side there. JavaScript SDK, Rust
Okay.
SDK. We go to the Rust part. If you want to do Rust client or Rust program, you can also there are examples on how to do that. So still the same crate, just use different exposed builders. So everything in core is easy with builders. So it's like creating a big block and you keep appending functionalities to that block until it is complete. Then you push it. This is what it looks like. So you have create assets instruction. So it's you use the create v1 builder, then you add your assets, then you add the player, the name of the assets, URI. So in this sense, you're not using dot instruction. You're going to use, I think you're going to use dot build here. If you're on the yeah, it's down your CPI invocation. Let's go to it. Right. It's called dot invoke. So not dot build, it's dot invoke. So you're not using dot instruction, you're not converting it to an instruction. When you're on the client, let's say you're writing a Rust test or you're writing a Rust, you're interacting with Metaplex with the Rust client in a Rust client environment, you use the dot instruction, right? But when you're in a it's called a program environment, inside your Anchor program, implement the program, you want to use dot invoke, right? So this basically similar pattern, just you're ending it with invoke. For example, if you want to create assets, blah blah blah. Okay, I think I'm back now. My internet just froze. I think I'm back now. So I was explaining that you would use same for creating an asset in a program environment. You add all the payer, update authority, system program, then call invoke on it. Same with creating an asset. So this one is JavaScript converted to Rust. This one is now client side. So the client side, you get the instruction of it. You add your signers. You do that's for the client side. But if you see the program side, this is what it looks like. It looks like yes, no, not this one. The one I showed you previously. Where is it? Let me switch this to Rust CPI. Yes, this one. So this is what it looks like. Just invoke. All right, that answer the question.
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure.
Okay, cool. And since Bit Cipher is not back, let me see if you can implement the vault example for for tech with Joey. Let's just see. Let's pull up what that looks like. There should be a couple of vault examples. Let's, let's, let's see if I'm presenting the right thing. So as instruction. Okay, this is not the right one. Let's just search vaults example on what's the example? Vault example Solana Anchor. We could write it from scratch, but I want to show you what the structure looks like. So the vault is an Anchor subdeveloper. Let's see this one from CLI-ish programs vault. Let's hope it's updated. I think I should have one though. One if it's updated. Liberis. Initialize vault. Deposits. Withdraw. This is Anchor. Okay, so if you go to the account underneath, that's a problem with this. All of the interest, withdraw, then I think we have deposit. Okay. So this is basically a vault, and these are all the instructions that you would use to write a vault. Basically, you initialize the vault. So you are saying, I'm creating a container, and this is the signer for that container. Then the mint. That's the mint of the token that you want to use in the vault, right? Then the token account for the vault. Then this is the user's token account. So your user token account is a vault on its own. That's where your own tokens are stored. So you want to create another vault for where the tokens will live. So that's why we have this vault here, right? So, and you could have it as a regular account, and you could have it as an account that has some form of data inside of it. So this one has some form of data, and it's called vault. Let's check what the vault struct looks like. Vault struct. accounting for what? You see, with having accounts, having programs that's okay. This is a very old method of writing anchor contracts. So this is you have a vote and you have an implementation of length. So you want to get the length, blah 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 blah. So you have to get the length of all these all the vaults data. So the bump, the pub key, the mint, the owner, if it's initialized, if it's earning interest, if it's withdrawn, the withdrawn amount, deposited amount. So this is also a struct that has all of this data stored inside of it, right? So that's what the vault is. But it's basically just a container. You could say you want to keep something inside of it, also an extra data inside of it, but it would still receive tokens. So that's what the vault is. What else? So this instruction to initialize the vault. Token program context transfer. This is a very old program. Let me check what is the cargo.com. Let me see what version of Anchor this is. This is this. I think about 10 cargo.com. Yeah, Anchor 28. That's why it's there are a lot of helpers to do all of those things easily. Yeah, so that's why that looks very why it looks the way it looks. Okay, so let's see. The sci-fi is back to the stream. Back to the stream. Yeah, sci-fi. Can we have the question? Okay, can you hear me now? Let me know if you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. All right, Cypher. What's the rest of the question? My internet is starting for some reason. I can't hear anything. Okay, Cypher, are you speaking? I don't think he's speaking. All right, so let us get into how does it look into implementing. So let's write this vault from scratch to show a modern way of doing it. Let me stop sharing entirely all of this. I'll share again. 1 minute. Share my screen. Okay, so let's do Anchor. I think it's new. Anchor new. Oh, Anchor new. Templates multiple. Anchor new. Okay, then name. Anchor new. Vault sample. Vault example. Templates multiple. Package manager. PM. Package manager. Package manager. Is there? I think there's a package manager should use init, right? So let me see. Let me just ignore that one for now. Or should it be an anchor in it? Yes, I think it should be an anchor in it. Let's see, anchor in it. For example, temperature. Yeah, let's check this. Yeah, anchor in it was the right command. New is to add a new program into an already initialized anchor project. So let's do code vault example. The vault should actually be straightforward. Yeah, I initialized it to templates multiple, so I can have the instructions and states in different folders. So the libraries in our states, I just create a new file called vault rs. Then let me include that here. Pub mod vault and publish vault. Yeah, I think this one. Then in the vault, I can now do use anchor lang prelude, everything inside of the prelude, and do abstract vault. Then how to derive the accounts down accounts macro here, I think. Then should it be derive account or just mark that account? I think it's just mark that account. Then we put our authority of the vault, authority, the pub key. The pub key, what else? They just store total balance is, I don't know why you want to do that, it's 4, because you can track, you can just check the Explorer, you can see the balance of the address. I don't know why you want to store the address inside of it. You can store the bump is a unit. Then if you like to store the seeds, you want to store the seed? Wait, no, I don't want to store the seed. Just assume you don't want to store the seed. We have the authority, we have the bump. Let's see, what's the other person used aside from authority and bump? I think those ones are not necessary for what we're doing. Let's see if we can still see some vault struct. Yeah, storing the deposited amount. No, we don't need that. Initialize pool owner, the mint. Yes, the mint. Let's store the mint also if we want to. Yeah, also store the mint. Pub mint. Okay. So yeah, let's do it's initialized. Initialize, if I can spell it correctly. Initialize is boolean. Ignore my cat, please. Then we have okay, so we have the struct for the instruction we're creating. I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, we have that sorted out. So let's get into writing the structure. So that's just basically what we need for the vault. So we just need this vault struct. Then inside the instruction, we can start with a initialize vault. Yeah, we need two instructions: initialize and deposit. The deposits, the RS. Then we also need a withdraw. Withdraw the RS. So those are just the instructions we need. You create the vault, deposit to the vault, then you withdraw from the vault. And I can get started with the initialize. So this one is going to be it's going to be a collective thing. We have four people backstage totally. So everybody's going to write this together. Everybody here apart from Join, the record and Cypher in Builder. So they've done this countless number of times. So I think definitely Join is the one maybe new to it. So let's help him write out. Let's help him out here, right? Yeah. Okay, so let's see. We have this sorted out. We have our state sorted out. So let's start with initializing the vault. So initialize. Then we want to give it a lifetime because we will be using a lifetime in the signers and all. We derive accounts. Well, so guys, what are the accounts we need here? We want to create a vault. What are the accounts we need here? Let's make a list of the accounts we want to use here first. Accounts. We definitely need the signer first. Accounts. Add first account. What account do you think we need to make this section work? Yeah, Cypher. Start with you. Can Cypher hear me? How about the record? What other accounts do you think we need here?
The vault account itself.
Yeah, the vault. So that's it, the vault account. So let's just call it vault token account. It's a token account. Yeah. So that's what it is. So it's not, it does not get confusing. The vault is basically a token account, right? So what other accounts do you think we need? We need
System program.
Yeah, mint also. Let's clear all the accounts first before we get to it. In the mint of the vault. Then so when I creating the vault, we're not depositing anything, we're just creating the vault, right? So signer will be the authority. So now I guess I think we have those three programs: the mint, the vault, and the signer. Those three accounts. So let's get into the programs. So we have system program. Then we also need. So we're creating a token program. So we need a token program. I think I'll create it. I'll need a token program. Why need a token program? Because we're checking the mint side of it. So do we need an actual token program? I'm thinking that's the token program. Let's get started. Signer is what it is. It's a signer. It's taking a lifetime. Then the other the vault itself. Vault is so like we said, we're using SPL token. So I think token interface. Okay. Let me see what version of Anchor are we on. So let's start the right version. Anchor 31. That should be fine enough. So what version of token extension? Yeah, SPL token. I think it's Anchor SPL. Anchor SPL. It's Anchor SPL. Yes, 0.31.1 also. If I save this, everybody happy. It's called Anchor SPL, right? Yeah, I think everybody's happy. It's called Anchor SPL. If I should build Anchor build. Uh, let's give it a minute to build. If it decides to build that is, yeah, it's decided to build. Then we need to add it into the ideal build. Also, we need to build it the ideal. Yeah, which unable to get constant time. Okay, I'll fix that. Okay. Ideal build. Then we do anchor SPL. Let's see if we do 32. Do 32.1 to 2.0. Is it 32.1? Let's see if it works. 32.1. Let's see if everybody will be fine. Anchor build 32.1 is always having this feeling towards it because I've not tested it out to be solid enough. So we might have some unexpected errors. But let's just see. Let's wait for this to compile and let's build. If it builds well, which is 2024. Then in my where is that? My anchor.tom, I need to specify that the version is 20. I think it is one. Cargo.tom will another one. Which one was company? I think it's cool. So let's start building again. File at cargo.tom. So that's 4. So fourth example, cargo.tom. Yeah, I'm here and I cannot see any issue with the program. Feature 2024 is required. Edition. No, 2024. Let me see. That works. Anchor build. No. That's it. I know anything about testing things out. Let's just get back to 31 and let's make it work. Are we good here? Yeah, we're good here. Then cargo thermal, just change it back to 2021. And then we use 31. Yeah. Let's be now. The problem would be this constant time, and I just need to pin the version to whatever version is supported now. Yeah. What's the constant time? Fill to download 0.4.2. Let's check constant time in cargo increase IO. Constant time creates the IO. Start needs to be pinned to a version that works with. Yes, constant time. Is it constant time EQ or just constant time? Or just constant time EQ actually. This one. So we need to know the version that works well with versions 0.4.2. I think this 0.3.1 might be what should work. Let's see, 0.3.1. 0.3.1. Let's see dependence on 0.3.1. If I have Solana programs there. Solana, there are a lot. There is basically a lot. Okay, let's get to Anchor. Anchor log. So let's change to version 0.31, 0.31.1. I want to see what version of what's it? Version of constant. I think it's not even for dependency. Solana should be a Solana dependency, not I think, or is trying to cost by constant time, cost by it's not stabilized in the version of cargo. Consider trying what version is depending on it. Let me see. I think I fixed this error somewhere. Let me see. Let me just ask Lord to fix this 1 minute error. Let's see. Let's fix it, Cloud. 1 minute. Yep, so this over here, so this back here. Oh, what's the name? Constant time EQ. This one. Constant time EQ. Okay. It's in Blake 3 to version 1.12. Okay, so it's a problem with Blake.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, I don't know your screen. I'm not seeing your screen again.
Oh, my bad. 1 minute. Let me share. Oh, okay. Sorry. Share screen. Screen. So the problem is there is a dependency of this constant time that is using a more updated version of Blake. So the problem with the culprit is Blake. So this should fix it. Cargo updates Blake 3 precise to this version 1.8.2. That should fix it. Let me check, let me confirm. I think this was the fix that worked the last time I ran into this issue. Let me see. I'll go a bit more time. Let me see. Oh, let me try. Let's update. Let's use this one. Let's use a different version of constant time itself. Let's see if that works. Constant time. Let's use 0.3.1 of constant time, like we saw in the docs. So that's why. Yes. Then we get into this error. So that's why we have to update Blake. So let's get to Blake. Yeah. So constant time to use 2.3.1, and we have Blake to use 1.8.2. So we downgraded both Blake and constant time. So that's what we did. So let's see if we do anchor build now. Anchor build. That way good. A clean build log. I still compiling. So we have Merlin. What's Merlin doing here? Merlin 3.0. We'll just finish compiling. That's what I ask. So we have Merlin. What's Merlin doing here? Feedback. Sorry about that, guys. Just checking the stream. See if I'm still live. So we talked about this, talked about I don't need that anymore, so forth. We don't need this anymore. It's not tokens. You don't need this anymore. So yeah, see, I'm still building. Wow. I did taking forever to build just a single. We've not even written any code inside this program. It's probably my internet stuff. I blame the internet. Yeah, we have Anchor Lang and Anchor SPL finally after 1,000 dependencies, right? Let's see if this works without any other issue. And there we go again. Building, compiling 296 dependencies. Compile, take your time. We almost have all night, but we do not. Taking forever to do this. I also couldn't have any errors because get an error after this debugging session. It's be catastrophic. Okay, cool. We finished without any error. So what fixed the error for us was we downgraded Blake and we downgraded constant time. If you want to use Anchor 0.31, at this point might be a bit after my life. Let me share in the chat on X, and I'll share it probably in the let me just share in the post. I think this one. Yeah, this one we updated constant time and we updated Blake. So this one is two culprits. You updated this one, updated this one. If you run into 0, I will run into. I don't think we're going to get the error. Okay, we got the error. If you run into this error, yeah, also I'm trying to paste like this in the chat. Okay, if you run into this error, and I think it's in the comments section now. Yep, it's in the comments for this stream. I'm going to put in the comments for the stream right here in chat, and I can display that one chat. Yeah, Alex. Yeah, that was like 15 minutes ago. Wow. OG Alex. This is the error. So we did a long list. So this is the error: cargo update P constant time, blah blah blah, and cargo update Blake. That says you run into the error, fail to download constant time. Just use those two lines, and you should be good to go if you are building Anchor 31. And I will add this now. Alright, so let's continue what we're doing with the vaults. After the vault, we get into other meatier things. For now, we'll left it. So our vault is, I wanted to get into use Anchor SPL. Then I'll just leave it at this. So we need interface account, everything on interface account. Token 2022. Why isn't token interface? Not just a token account, an interface account with a token account. So right, so that's basically what we're doing. So we do a token account here. Anchor SPL token interface token account. Then before that, we put in the lifetime. So the reason why we're not using an account and info then token account is because we want to be able to, it's just a good practice for a scenario where the user is trying to use a token 2022 and not a regular SPL token. Right? So this will accommodate for that. So we have our vault, then we have our mint. Let's do for mint. It's also an interface account. So we have our info, lifetime. We have our mint. Mint should come from token interface. Token interface, yes. So this one. So now we have that. Then we put in our programs. System program. System program is off. By the way, we specify if we're creating an SPL vault, in vault, or a SO vault, but we're just assuming we're going for an SPL token vault, right? So that's why I'm doing this. This is a program info, then system. Yep. System program. Then we have token program. A token program is an interface that has an info of token, I think. Token program. It's yes, I think token program. Yeah, I just check the docs. I always check the docs, guys. Anchor. Anchor language. And we want to to is the this is still loading up. Finish loading up. Well, yeah. So we want to run to that the end of it. Yeah, that's the end of it. So we want to run to the program structure. PDA, not PDAs. This should equal 1. Yes, I knew there was more. Yeah. So go to account types. Yes, account types. That's what I'm looking for. So the previous one was using an account and blah blah blah, but or account info. That's not what I'm talking about. So let's just get what we want to get for a token program. We use interface, then token interface, not token program. Token interface. That's the better way to do it. And now let's get into writing our constraints. This should be mutable. Sorry. Account mutable. Definitely. The vaults should also be an account not access control. An account, and the account must be not mutable because we're just creating it. So in it, then we need to have a payer. But now this is a token account, right? So we do things differently. So it's not just a regular account. It sees a regular account, but should be able to. Now, like I was saying, this vault is the token account, but not. Okay, this should be called vault config, not vault. Yes, so not. You could put all your details inside here, but it's just better to call it. I'll show you what that is in a minute. So this would be a token account. I explained 1 minute. Then this should be the vault config would be an account. Let me just copy this one. So that would be we'll store all the data inside the vault config when we get to. So all of the data will be stored inside. All of this data will be stored inside the vault config. Then there will be a token account for that vault config, which the vault will be the authority over. Makes sense? Yeah, I think it makes sense. So let's do it that way. Let's design this that way. So we have separation of concerns. So we know there's a different person controlling the vault. The token account of the vault. So let's call this a vault token account. So that's basically what a vault token account is. Not what a vault is, right? A vault is a token account. Like I said, let's call this a vault token account. Then this is the vault. So this one we're creating account. They were doing an init. Yep. They were doing the payer for this account is a signer, beautiful signer. They were doing the seeds for this account is let's have a seed, the constant here. Seeds for why is there a constant from seed blah 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 blah. So if I do I'm going to remove that. Let me put it inside the moderates here. Let's do a pub const. Let's call it vault seed. It's basically just a slice of U8. Because a buffer of vaults, right? So just call that vaults. Simple as straightforward. So now I can use in my initialize. I can do vault seed. Let's see vault seed. Let me use vault seed from here. Yeah, I think I just do use. Okay, 1 minute. Let's just finish writing this for now. Let's put something here. Hello. Then we need to have the bump I think we have a seed before the bump for the seed. Which one? A seed before the bump. Space not provided, yes. Then the space for this account would be the space for this account would be this one is an account, not in terms of account. An account info, then the vault. Use create vault. So now I can use create vault, and I can use create vault seed. Yes, gotcha. So now here we'll just vault seed because that's already this, and let's also create it from the signer. Okay, let's do signer dot key dot as, I think it's as ref. So once you get the signer as a byte, as a byte array also. So this the pub key of the signer as byte arrays, this will give you that. And the vault seed also as byte array, we already have that. So now bump, then space should be this vault config. Not the vault config, so it will be the vault, then discriminator. I think discriminator.len, I think, plus vault. So we just need to do a special macro on this vault. So we need to derive init space. So we'll not calculate the space ourselves. Right, init space. So when we derive init space on this, we can now use this here. Vault this method plus vault init, I think it's this one. Init space. Wait. So now we have this for discriminator len. What's the len? Okay, vault init space. Yeah, cool. We have, so the discriminator length is, the anchor uses a default of 8 discriminator, 8 bytes discriminator to be an identifier for this account. So we need to specify that we are using a space of those 8 bytes and this total space of an empty vault account. So an empty vault account from here will take in a boolean is 1 byte, 1 plus a pub key is 32 bytes plus 32, that's 33, plus 1 more byte, that's 34, plus another 32, 34 plus 32, that's 66. Right, so when we come here inside initialize, if we check in this space, you should see 66. Yep, this size is 66. Cool. So we got that right. So yeah, we have our vault account created. Then yeah. So the mint of this token should be created. We should already have the mint. So just we're not trying to create the mint here again. Account, we're specifying that by just using any mint, whatever mint account it is. I'm not doing anything with the mint. Let's just leave the mint account as it is. Then in this vault account, so let's create a vault account for the vault config. Let's move that over here. So it's basically just a token account for the vault. So now we're initializing it, but there's a better way to initialize a token account. So we'll say, I think, mint, we have token, mint is mint, then we have token authority. The authority of this token should be the authority of the token account must be the vault config. So we're creating it that way. I think Anchor is cool with that, right? We're good. We don't care about the decimals. It could be any decimals, right? That's their problem. And if all things go well here, we should be smiling. No errors. Let's try writing the handler for it. I don't like writing my handler like this way. I prefer I'll show you what that looks like in a minute. If I'm writing it in an implementation, let's just do implementation for this initialize function, initialize struct. So implementation taking a lifetime already. So let's put that lifetime back. And for the initialize, it's also taking a lifetime info already. Enough info. Yeah, cool. So now we have the vault already. So we'll just do is write the function for initialize vault fn function initialize vault. Forget that. Then we should take in a self mutable reference to self. Mutable reference to self and returns a result. And we are going to go. Let's just make it happy for now. We don't have okay. Then for us not to forget, we quickly come to our librs. Then we have initialize, contextualize, and we just do what's called. We'll do a initialize. What do you call it here? We called it initialize vault, right? Initialize should be instructions. Initialize. Okay, 1 minute. My bad. TX the accounts. That's what I was looking for. Initialize vault. It will be in the accounts. TX the accounts. Initialize vault. Yep, and we're passing in nothing. So just do this. No, it's directly already giving us a result type. So this is just what we need to do. So that makes it simpler for us on the instruction handler here. So inside our instruction, they will now get to write all of the code. So instead of handler, we don't need this anymore, right? So all our context, everything will be inside of this implementation. So we can part way with this. Bye-bye. So the first thing we want to do is, there's no first thing to do, I just creating the account. So let's do a self. We have the accounts, right? So the account we want to work with is the vault config .set inner, basically, and it's a type of vaults. The authority is self.signer. Yes. The authority of this vault config is the vault pro. So vault config.key. Why are we not saving the authority? That means with this design, we do not need to save the authority anywhere because we're just saving itself inside it. But yeah, we could do that. And the bump is, we can have the bump here as bumps will be initialized bumps. We have initialized bumps already automatically implemented for us by using it inside this implementation, and because we're deriving accounts on it. So it's a beautiful thing that the macro does under the hood. So it exposes this bump. So if you have a derived bump somewhere, it exposes the bumps for you in this name of the struct and adds a bump to it. So this bump is initialized bump. So we can just call the bump here as bumps dot vault config. That was the account that we created a vault for, right? Yeah, that we created a bump. That was the account we created basically. So the means of this vault would be self.mint. Yep, .key. If you are in the newer version, it will be .address. It's not using key anymore, but yeah. That's not what we're doing today. So just say this thing is initialized. Yeah, we're good to go. So all other security checks we need to do. This is, it's not like a big program. It's just a program that creates a vault account for you. This is the vault config. This is the authority that can make transfer from this vault token account. So this vault token is what you would know as the vault. So it's the vault based token account. Then the vault config is you're storing all of the criteria to work with the vault. And the mint of the token, then token program. We should create an associated token account for this one. Looks like we should. Let me check. Feels like we should work with associated token account there. Let me see. Account constraints. Let me see. There's an example with aggregated account constraints. Account constraints. Let's see. Associated token account. Token main, token authority, token program. You can also make sure that token program is a token program. I would not want to do that still, but attackers, I never see, they always want to attack. So enforce that also, that the token program must be the token program. Is that expecting to be a key or whatever? I think that's basically just if you are using the token, decide everything that token gives you. Mint authority, if it's on the mint account, associated token mint, that's one. Associated token authority, associated token mint, associated token authority, blah, blah, blah. I think we're able to go token mint, token authority, token program. I think this would work, but if we use associated token also, it should work. Let's see, should we use token? Should we use associated token? There's only one way to find out. No right tests. So good. So we have our initialize vault working. Something is fishy here. Method defined here. So what's the method defined here? What is telling me? I hope you guys can see me, guys. Can see this clearly. Let's build. Anchor build, not build. Anchor build. So there's error somewhere. Okay, yeah, this error. I knew that was fishy. This error here. Since we said we will need the bumps in our instruction here, in the initialize. In this instruction, we expect bumps. So right here, we should also pass in the bumps, right? So that's the only thing we're passing. So the bumps is in ctx.bumps. Yeah, and we're good to go. So if we build now, should be in declare, and we are good to go. Good. Let's see if we can do the deposits now. So let's use Anchor. Okay, I need to put those here also. So pub mod deposits, pub mod withdraw, pub use, initialize, all of that, pub use, deposits, all of that. No. Then pub use, withdraw, all of that. Yep, good to go. Then if I come here and I use Anchor, blank, prelude, every single thing inside of it. I'll also be needing to use Anchor SP. I don't know what I'll be using there yet. Let's assume it's the token interface one. And we'll be needing things from the mint, we'll need things from the transfer checked. transfer checked. What else? Mint transfer checked. Token account. Yeah, you don't know everything up front, right? So let's do abstract. It's called deposits. Deposit instruction is taking a lifetime. Same over and over again. I'm going to have an implementation for that. Implementation is taking a lifetime. Deposit lifetime. Well, function, let's call it handle deposit, right? So that's it's cool. It's going to take in, we don't need them to reference self, no, just taking self, and it's going to return, we're going to return the results of this. And yeah, we're good to go. We're going to do okay. Yeah, okay. So let's start with all the things we need. Signer. Let's make it public because why not? Signer is a signer. It's taking in an info, cost of signer. Then let's start with the accounts within here. If anybody is still with us. So if you want to deposit, what are the accounts you need? The signer, obviously. Then we need token mint. It's just for, then we need the user's token account. User token account. Then we need the, if we're depositing into the vault, so the vault will be the destination. So we need the vault token account. If we're doing the vault token account, then what else? I think that's okay. The vault also has the config. Vault config. Then we also need some programs. So we have system program again. Then we need associated token program. Sorry, you're disturbing my live stream. You want to sleep outside. The token program, then we need the token program itself. I think it's all the programs and accounts that we need. So let's do pub signer, token mints. It's an interface account, like we said. It's going to take in a lifetime. It's the mint account. Yep. And we have user token. It's an interface account, like I said. So it's have lifetime. Then it will be a token account. Then after that one, we have a vault token account. Vault token account. It's an interface account, taking in the info of a lifetime. Then this one is also a token account. Then I think we're good on all the vault config. Vault config, which is an account. And it's just taking a lifetime, beautiful lifetime, because life is long, and it's be a vault account. Yeah, and we are good to go on the account. Then we do system program. Yeah, just copy that. Initialize. We have system program, token program, and we would need an associated token program. I'll tell you why. But let's just trust me for now. Yeah, trust me. Okay. token interface, then we need an associated program, right? So pub associated token program, which is this one is a program. Yep, it's taking a lifetime, and it is token associated token. Yep, that one from associated token, and we're good to go. Token interface, that's the problem. I know I've not specified any of the lifetimes. Cannot find token interface in this group. Token interface needs to be imported. That's what they're trying to tell me. Yep, and all our accounts are good to go. 1 minute, I think. Monitor is acting up, and then you can still see it's frozen. 1 minute. 1 minute, guys. Then do that again. I think it should be fine now. Yeah, now I need to share my screen again. Can you see my screen now, guys? Yeah. I think. Yeah, I think my screen is fine. And let's get back to it. Let's get back to it. So now let's come with our constraint account. I always forget that account. Meet table account. Then variable. Why are you whining me? Found an attribute account. Okay, no, I know why. I did not derive accounts. That's why. Yep. So now we come to space and do account. Then we do this document. So what check do you want to do? You want to make sure now you're depositing and you want to deposit some token. You need to make sure that the token you're depositing is the same token that we support. So let's do constraint equals vault config dot mint. Need to make sure the mint you're sending us right now, same thing as the token mint dot key, else we throw a very big error at what did you just try to do? Well, we'll get to that. We'll get to those errors in a minute. So that's one check we need to make sure. The error check we need to do. Yeah, that's just basically the check we need to do on the mint account. We need to make sure that the mint account is sending the same mint that is stored in our account. In our account. So the user token account is mutable. We expect the user to already have this token that I try to send, and that's all basically. Then all that check we need to do. Okay, we need to make sure that the token account is off the mint. No. Associated token account. Associated token. Another token program. Another token account. Then mint, I think, is the token mint. If there is something like this, and I should have a big error on my screen now. Maybe I said token program mint token program. Let's check the docs. When in doubt, always check the docs. Associated token, not program. Just associated token, right? Associated token. Then the mint, then the authority, the token program. So this is an associated token account for users. So associated token. Yep. Associated token, it needs an authority. I know authority will provider. I know. Yeah, bro. So associated token again. Then we do authority on this must be equal to who owns this account, the signer.key. Right. So we're good to go on the user token account. So you need to be sure that the token you are sending is of this mint. I need to be sure that the authority, the owner of this account, is the person that signed it, right? So we decided to check. So we need to do for that. The vault token account, we just need to be sure that the vault token account is the same token account that is inside the mint. Did we store the vault token account? We did not store. We could just, if we did not store the token account, we could just use, there's a workaround for that. Then mutable. So we need to be sure that the token account that we're sending is the one that is derived from the mint. So we need to do token. It's token account also. Associated token mint must be equal to token mint. Yep. You need to be sure that associated token authority again is equal to signer.key. Yeah, same check. No. Now the authority of this vault token account is the vault config. If it easily make this mistake. Yeah, we need to be sure because we specify that the vault must be the authority of the token account. So that's basically the check we're doing. Now we just need to do we need to be sure that the owner of this account is this program. Accounts. Vault config constraints equals vault config dot be owner equal to create ID. Yep. Now owner is not a function. So I think owner how do I do that? Spot config dot that should be a bump mint reload maybe authority. Yeah, let's see authority in this case. So what is authority in this case? In a no, not this one. Not this one. I need, if you create an account, it should derive some simulator owned or safe. That's zero copy, declare ID. An owner somewhere here. 7. Yes, owner implementation. Owner, yeah. Owner implementation. There should be any way to get this. It's pretty. Yeah, it exposes an owner. It exposes an owner. So why is it shouting at me that the owner is not? Let's see if I did it wrong. It exposes an owner. As a matter of fact. Okay, let's do it this way. Checking the owner of a PDA. Checking the owner of the PDA in Anchor. Let's see, something like that. Owner. Oh, there's a direct owner. Owner. Okay. Cool. Okay. All right. So there's a direct owner up here. So we could just call that one owner. Let's assume that works, right? Okay. Let's do owner equals value, and there should be a big error. Can't find where the owner is space here. That's not how to use it. Account owner is this. So not with the constraints. To be owner, and it should be yeah. I think that works. Owner, and we can specify an error, invalid, whatever. Okay, let's see. In error code. Okay. Let's do invalid. Should be a big error for invalid. Yeah, I'll fix those errors later. I'll add those custom errors later. So to be sure that the owner of this account is this program ID, this program. So yeah, and we are good to go now. So what we just want to do is transfer. Simple thing is transfer from the user's token account to the vault token account. That's the info I want to be here. So we could use this CPI builder, CPI context, new. I'm just making a normal transfer. Program is self dot token program is the one doing the token program does to account info. His needs an account info. Then the account should be the transfer accounts. Let's transfer accounts because let's use the transfer checked that I used. Transfer checked. So I have this, and we need sorry, from what's the problem here? Well, let me comment this first so you can help me with the resolving. Yeah, so we have, and it still is not helping me. Transfer checked. Now that is authority of this account is self.signer because transferring from the signer was it as login account info dot to account info. Then from transferring from the token account self.token user token account dot to account info. Then mint is self dot token mint dot to account info. Then two is self dot vault token account dot to account info. We have that transfer checked is this. Then we have any function. Let's CPI context is this one. So we have CPI context new. The account here is transfer accounts. Then we'll do a not the anything there. So we'll put this CPI context into a transfer checked instruction that should also come from the space low transfer check this transfer checked instruction transfer checked. Then the context is this CPI context, the amount that I want to transfer. So we need to have the amount, and the decimal is just in self.mint.decimal, self.mint Select token mint dot decimals. Then use a function which will be called this way. So the amount, we need to find a way to apply the amount of tokens to be transferred to this instruction, and we can have that here amount the U64. Sorry, my bad. Amount is the U64. Why is it automatically telling me that's the U64? So now we have amount as the U64. Is there any errors? No errors. Only this. Yep. So now let's call that in the libres of fn deposit, taking a ctx, the context of deposits, and it is returning a result. Then what we want to do in the instruction scope is just ctx accounts.deposit and the deposit. The amount is coming from this amount. The U64. We're going to do the deposit also. So we successfully created an initialize and successfully created a deposit instruction. Let's start with testing out these guys first. Let's build anchor belief. Once we test the initialize and deposits, then we test the withdraw also. So TypeScript tests, why not? Can you still see my screen? One minute. I think no, you can't. Let me make sure you can. Then we'll be able to proceed. Yeah, you can see my screen now. So ctx, that is how we program the method of initialize the RPC. Then just do that. Okay, so what we need here for the initialize is we need to pass a few accounts. So let's check our instruction. This over here. Close this up a bit. So we need a couple of accounts: the vault config, then the vault token account, then the mint of token account, system program, blah blah blah. So let's do okay, minutes. It's about to rain, yeah. Okay, I think we're fine. So let's start by writing out the first test, right? The initialize default test. So what we want to do is this ctx program of initialize, but we need a few accounts. The first account is the signer. Second account is this vault config that we're creating. Then that's all. So let me show you one way that I like to do this. Yeah, but you may not want to do it that way. You might want to have all your accounts and everything created pre-flight here in the test. But I like to create reusable accounts, right? So let's show you what that looks like. Solana keygen new, and I'll do it in silent mode because I don't want the private key printed out here. And the output file should be in, where are we working in tests, in tests. Let's create a folder called accounts. Accounts. Then the first account I want to create is the signer. Let's call this guy the first user. First user dot key dot JSON. But for context, you do first user hyphen key per JSON. I'll do this and I'll do that. So now if I check inside my test on my account, I have a key pair here that says first user dot key pair. And I can check the address of that user with Solana address. Then inside tests, accounts, first user, but I have to specify that this is where the key pair is with a flag hyphen k. So and this is the address of that address. Right? So what I want to do now is just airdrop to the account. So Solana, I think airdrop one so to this account. We are requesting one airdrop. Let's do that again. Why are you messing with me? Solana airdrop one soul, and I think this should work. Yeah, so I'll just transfer to it. So Solana transfer to this account, and I'll transfer 0.2 so the recipient is not funded. You need to allow recipient funded. Allow unfunded recipients, and they should work. That worked. Because a new account, right? So if you check this account on the Explorer, you'll see it. We'll don't have time for that now. So let's just get started. So we can use the account here. I can import it like so. Import. Let's call it first user JSON. Used to write in camel case from it's in accounts. Yes, yeah, it's accounts. Try to keep it on JSON, but this will not resolve immediately until I add resolve JSON module to my TypeScript CS config.json. I need to just add this here. The compiler option is ready now, so it might be difficult to get me. So true, specify that to be true, and then when I get back here, the error is gone. Right, cool. So we now have the JSON imported right here, so we can use that as an account in our program. So let me do that first. Let's say first, I need to shout now. It's already in the video. First user equals, and there is this key pair. So that's anchor dot, I think key pair anchor dot call key. Anchor dot wallet dot no wallet. Anchor dot objects. I'll find myself. Wow. I remember last time I wrote that script. What's this? Anchor dot web3. Wow, that was obvious. Then keep a dot from secret key. I think from secret key from secret key. It's expecting a U8 array. So now I can do new uint 8 array dot from, and I put in first user JSON here, and that should work hopefully. Okay, there should not be from, just this one. So let me log this to just make sure we're correct. Right? So console.log first user dot public key. And what we got previously was dfq, right? So if I do anchor test, let me make sure I'm not being first. Okay, just do anchor test, skip build, skip deploy. Yeah, and I should have my public key dq whatever. Account vote token account of what. Yeah, I know that's not what I'm looking for. And we have a dfq. Yes, that was successfully printed. So we imported the account correctly. Yeah, clear this out 1 minute. All right, so let's proceed. We got our user public key successfully here. So we can use that as an account, as a private key when we're writing our test. So the initialize, then we need is initialized. So let's create the costs. What's the other account we need? Initialize, let's do dot accounts, mint accounts, signer, token program, bot token account. Uh, uh, so the mint account, let's use, I think I have a couple of token accounts here in my terminal. Clear, 1 minute. Solana, what's the name of this program? Solana, yes, Solana, yes, Solana tokens. No, not Solana tokens. Not Solana tokens. Solana. I think Solana tokens. Let's try Solana tokens. Solana tokens. Solana tokens. Solana tokens balances. Solana tokens. Then let's do account. Accounts. Shit. Solana tokens up. Let's get it up again. I'm rusty here a bit. As a bit stake account, Solana tokens, version, Solana tokens. I'm sure it's not Solana tokens, right? So it's not Solana. Yeah, it is SPL tokens. Yeah. SPL token, yeah. Accounts. Yeah, baby. And we have this account. Let's use this account. Let's test with this account. So this is our mint account. Let's use this mint account since we already have a mint account. Yeah. So let's do first mint accounts. I'm okay, so then I'll snake this equals anchor web3 the public key that's new. I think it's just a new, and I put this the new. Yep, we're good. So this is our main account. So token. And it's and see like I feedback about the sound. Let's let me know in the chat if you can hear me well. There we go. That's what I'm trying to say. Let me see if this stream is still there. I think this stream is still going. Yeah, stream is still going on. Let's see. Now we have the mint accounts. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to create let me skip this. I'll try to see if you can see mint is mint account. Let's see that mint account. Signer is first user, that's public key. Token program is token program ID, Oracle SQL program ID. Vault token account is no, Vault token account is not created yet. So we need to find program ID. So we need to first create the vault config. So let's do const yes or vault config config was alcohol public key that's find program address. So the seed for the vault config is signer. We the seed for this one is first user dot public key that's two of and program ID be an array. Six will be an array. So we have an array first. And our program ID is program program ID. So the user key, then the word of I think it was word or votes. To go far from the word yep. Yeah. So this is our old this should give us it returns yeah key and the form. So that's how I'm getting it. So this is the public key of the plot and this is the public key of it. So notice I will not creating anything, I just find it because we used to create that inside program. Let me see. Okay, I am now. And then, let me see if I can figure out the sound. Is that alright? Okay, let's do this one is better. Okay, let's switch to my condenser mic over here. Come to my guys, switch this condenser mic over here. It's better than me. 1 minute first. Oh, share my screen. Right. Just let me know if the mic is better. So my camera is now. Share. Is it better now? Is it better now? Uh, let's just try to finish this. I'll try to strain my voice and we'll try to finish this part of Okay, 1 minute. So I'm still getting feedback. I can't hear any voice. How about now? Uh, okay, it is better now, right? So let's go on. I switched to my condenser mic, so I think this one should be better. Hmm. Vault config, vault token account. So we need to create a token. We need to derive a token account for the vault. So now let's do vault token account anchor three find. Okay, this should be public key. There should be a find program address sync. Okay, let's still use find program address sync. But this time we're using the token program, right? So first array this one, then we're using the token program ID. So like we said, how do we derive it? We could use an account. Solana Solana SPL, Solana Web3 token, Solana Web3 SPL token create SDK here. But let's just derive it ourselves since we already know how to derive a token account. And if we check the Scarlet drawer, we'll see the seeds of the token account is wallet address of the account, token program ID, and the mint address. That's basically what is used to create a token account. Let's confirm. Let me see. There should be a token associated. Yes, it's associated address, and that is basically yes, the mint of the token and the owner of the token. So if I check how that is implemented, it's on the public key. Okay, we don't have that's the interface. So let's use that one, right? That address is not the pub key, so we specify the mint of the token. Let's do mint is mint account. Then we have the owner is vault config, and we need to allow the owner to be off curve because the PDA owner is off curve in this place. So let's use this one. Let's use associated address for that one. So let's see if this works. Let's try to log the vault token account also. Console.log. We'll do a vault token account, and we'll do vault token account. Is this an asynchronous function? I think it's not an asynchronous function. Let's see. The only one way to find out, right? Let's do anchor test skip build anchor test skip that one. And there should be an error, yes, because of this. Vault token account is vault token account. So now let me skip this. Let me skip this particular test. Skip. So I just want to log out our PDS for now. Yeah, vault token account. Yes, it did work. We have a FHZ. Let me check. Let's check the Explorer to be sure that what we did there was correct. And let's use orb. Yep. Ilios. If it works. Then we'll switch to I verify my Cloudflare session. Turn allowed. Do not verify my Cloudflare session. Switch to what network are we on? Uh, bro, just let me use DevNet. Yes, DevNet. Thank you very much. I'll paste this account here, and the account should not exist yet. Yeah, the account does not exist yet, so we can't know how you can find it. How you can find it on the Explorer. So let me check. Let me do one more. Let's do source scan. Source scan is the source of truth. Source scan, DevNet. Let's try you. It's on call force. Oh no, it does not know who owns it yet because it has not been created. Yeah, so cool, cool, cool. Let's see. We have an account now. We have all of this. So let's now see. First thing, we need to build and deploy our program to DevNet. So let's go into our Anchor terminal. No, sorry. Anchor, no, cargo terminal right here. Anchor terminal. Let's use the Anchor terminal. Then we use DevNet. DevNet here, and we switch the provider also to DevNet. Everybody's happy. So now we can do a clean Anchor test. Because Anchor test will do Anchor build and Anchor deploy. But let me do it independently. Anchor build, which we have done previously. And after that, we do a Anchor deploy. That should take a while. Wow, we have our program on Solar DevNet. So let's check. That went through successfully. Yep. We should have an instruction here. Yeah, 27 seconds ago. Yeah, we did. So let's do our Anchor test now. So we're skipping build and skipping deploying. Then let's enable our test back in the test folder. What example? Do not skip. Yep. So let's save this one. Now let's test. And we immediately get an error. Missing signature for sorry, we forgot to add a public key. The signers. And in the signer is an array of signers. So the signer in this situation is the first user. Yep, that's the signer. Yeah, first user is the keeper. So let's see if that goes through successfully. Vault account not initialized. The program expects account initialized. Vault token account for the initialize. Okay, if we do an init here, it should ask for payer malicious file. Okay, I think that's the problem. Payer is signer. That's okay. I just needed to add this to init and signer on this. So let's do a full Anchor test now. It will build, it will deploy, and it will test. Finish building. Now it's deploying. analyst testing, signature verification field for FHV. So which other token is required for signer mint? So which other token is the mint? I'm not creating the mint. The mint already exists. No, this is not the mint account. Signature FHV. Which account is FHV one? I think it's the FHV one. Let me see. I think it should be the vault token account. I don't think it should be that one, but let's see. First user is the signer, so you should definitely not be asking for a key pair for that one. Mint accounts, initialize is failing. SC. Authority is this, bump is this, mint is this. Let's try that again. Let's just try the test again. FHV. So let's see. Let me do token account. FHV, yeah. Vault token account. Why is there a signer for the vault token account? Missing signature for token account. Token account is let me see. Init PI equals this signature for token account. Let me see what's wrong there. We have a signer, that is cool. We have the vault config. Is that where the problem is coming from? Vault config. Let me just see if we are creating this the right way. So our vault config is taking first is a vault key, then we have a vault, and the program ID is this program ID. Maybe we have I think it's actually correct. The program ID is correct. Yeah. Then associated address. This might be what is causing the problem. Yes, this might be what's causing the problem. Let me find a associated token account. Associated. You want me to use this one? Let's see. Let me just install Solana. Find the token program. I think it's the way we are deriving the account that's causing problem. So let's do Solana token, Solana SPL token. NPM. I need to find the right word. Yeah, at Solana /SPL token. Okay. So let me do this one. Then I didn't want to install it previously, but yeah. Bro, every single time. Okay, so let's see import SPL token. So what do we have? Is there a associated get associated token address sync? Let's do this one. So we can change this to get associated token address sync. Then expect 2 to 5 arguments. Not surprised. First argument is mint. The mint account is the mint account. Then the owner is what config. That's okay. What config is a key already. Allow owner of curve true. Program ID is the same. So let's see what happens now. Yeah, actually we used the correct thing. So that one worked. So that was not a problem. So if we removed this, it should still be good. So the problem now is still missing signature for public key. But this is not a signer. Missing signature for vault token account. Pub key.buffer. Let me do 2 bytes. Should be the same thing actually. Let's see. Yeah, same thing. Buffer, that's not the problem. Let's see again. Initialize accounts, mint account, signer, token program account, vault token account. And the signers, we have this. We do not have the signer for the mint because we are not creating the mint here, are we? We are not creating the telephone. Let me just do a struct here. Let me just see. Account. Let's see limits. Let's assume that would solve the problem, which it would not. But go to assume, right? Anchor test. And I think I know what the problem is. We should have used associated token program here. Yeah, let this load up first. Yeah. I think that's the problem. Should be associated. Yeah, that should be the problem. Set token mints, associated token authority. Token authority. Associated token program. This one is assuming that this vault token is a mint account. But it's not a mint account, it's a token account. So I need to pull in the associated token account here now. Associated token program. The program info lifetime, then token interface. No, not this one. Not token interface. Then token account. The token account. 1 minute. Let's check from the previous one. Not token account. It's not token account. Definitely not token account. Interface accounts. That's the one. Not interface account. Let's just confirm from the deposit. It is called associated token. Obvious. and I need to import that token, and let's do a build again, build from scratch. I think that was the problem basically. Hopefully that's it. So we deploy. Now it's screaming. Yeah, because we already specified what the account should be, it's not requesting that we provide it earlier anymore. So if we remove that, it should work. Yeah, that was the problem. We are using token mint that was specifying that this is a mint token. This is a mint, but this is not a mint account. This is a token account. So because this is an ATA for the vault config, we're supposed to use associated token mint, because mint, then associated token authority, blah 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 blah. So that was the problem, right? Obvious problem. So we had our first instruction going. So let's check Explorer, and I'm going to revert this. I don't want to use the external program that we just imported. I'm going to revert it back to. So we created an account. We created this account. All good. So we created the account and we're fine with it. What the 44,000 CUs. Crazy. Oh yeah. See what it is. So let me revert this to be more efficient. Right. Wrong. Associated associated address. Then I'll just do this. I don't need this. And I'll do this. And I don't need this owner. So I don't need this from SPL token, and I can remove it from there. So just one more package. I don't need one more package in my crate. So let's run that again. And we forgot to do one thing. We specified this would fail, obviously. Yes, because it's already in use. We were supposed to catch it. It's our test. Yeah, it's our instruction. You always specify that initialize is false. But yeah. This caught it for us. Anchor caught it for us already. That the account's already in use. Yeah, cool. Yeah. So let's test the second instruction. That is the it should deposit to the mint to the vault accounts. So you deposit to the vault account. We have CTX a program that deposits, and we are going to specify an amount. We're going to specify that we want 103 amount of account segment of type number is not assigned parameter blah blah blah. Is it a this is what you're expecting? Okay, I think it's a U64, so I should do a big int 103 I think. Code help. I know it should be bn from anchor, and I'll just put in 1 2 3 and it's still shouting at me. So deposit is taking in U64. This is a U64. bn is not calling. Okay, yeah, I think it's not problem. Yeah, we're good. I need to have a big number. So we need to know what type of account, what decimal this mint account is. Let's check that real quick. I think it should be 6 decimals, maybe 9. The token account with 9 decimals, right? So 9 zeros would mean Now, so 9 decimals will just be 1 times Lamport. You have Lamport Paso. You don't have Lamport Paso. We should. We should. Bro, just create that here. Cost Lamport Paso. 1, 9 zeros. So let's do this. So now what's the problem? So when you're depositing, what are the accounts we need for deposits? Sorry, it's called token means token, not token. Token meant is when you're depositing. Let me just allow it to resolve all the accounts by itself, right? Token, oh, my bad. Token mint and vault config. It's camel case and vault config. Vault config is vault config.key. Oh, it's not, it's a key already. I think I forgot it. Then now I need to make sure that this user has the tokens, the set tokens, right? So let's make sure that user has the token. Let's just transfer. Let's do that with Solana address, then account. Sorry, the key pair is located at test account, then this account, and transfer to this account. So I'll do SPL token transfer that an amount is 10 1 2 3 1 2 3 10 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 tokens to this bro, and that is not the bro account though. This token is what we're transferring. And I want to put it yes, this one. I need to give me an error. Transfer blah blah blah. Oh, sorry. This one will resolve it with decimals automatically. Just transfer 10, bro. Error. So just do fund recipient, and we're going to transfer to this user's ATA. The user has registered token account. Yep. So that is our share token accounts. So now let's do a transfer of one of the token to the vault. Yeah, where's the vault config? First user is making transfer. So now we should skip this one. Skip this one. Then I should only call this one. Let's see your deposit transaction signature. Yeah. So anchor test now. Let's do that. You know the click and drag for you, I beg. Token program not provided. Bro, you just told me not to do that. Like in the account code. Oh, sorry, my bad. Signer is first user. Token program is token program. Dot key. Dot pub key. Dot pub key. Enough. Test, skip, deploy, skip build, initialize, skip, then transfer. We went successfully on our first try. So let's check the transaction signature to be sure what we did went through. And here we have we transferred from this user to this user one of our 6M WF blah 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 token. So yeah, our deposit instruction is working well, and we can also make sure that the balance is actually correct. We can do, let's check what's the vault account. The vault account that we created here is, you can find that, that's not a problem. Transfer from the user to this guy, so this is definitely the vault account. So the vault account should be off curve, and the owner is our, yes, the owner is our PDA. So this is our PDA. This is our PDA. This is our vault config. This is our vault config. He has done a lot of things. Yeah, this is our vault config, and the vault config was part of the transfer check. So this is our vault config. This is our program account. This is our program ID. That's our vault config. This is the ATA of 1 minute portfolio. Yeah, this is our vault ATA. This is our vault config. Yeah, this 2QM is our vault config, and this is our vault config ATA. So this is our vault token account. This FHV next is our vault token account, right? So we are good on the deposit. So let's try to implement the withdrawal. The withdrawal is basically simple and straightforward. I hope everybody's getting a hang of what it feels like to do a vault. It's just basically simple. We need to test that what you did works, right? So let's see. Do we still have time to do the vault? We are 32 minutes into the stream already, and it's midnight over here. It's basically the next day. All right, so let's just cut it here, and let's get some rest. Thanks guys for joining in, and let me see. I'm not sharing my screen. 1 minute. I'm trying to do what I usually forgot to do. This has been the Anchor Founder Q&A edition, and those asking the questions have left the backstage. Also, they are sleeping probably. Yeah, thanks for your time, and we'll see you on the next episode. Peace out.